the Deputy Connolly.
12 minutes?
No, you won't get 12, but you'll get the normal.
That's really. Oh, you're short. So to ask the Minister the number and value of the dual-use export licence applications in respect of end users in Israel approved by his department by quarter to date in 2025, the number refused in each quarter to date in 2025, and if you'll make a comprehensive statement.
Connie, can I take the opportunity to wish you well in your campaign in the weeks ahead? You're a brave lady. OK, so just to answer your question, the National Competent Authority for Export Controls, my responsibilities centre around the control of export of dual-use and military items under EU and national legislation. These controls are administered by the Department in accordance with Regulation EU 2021-821 of the European Parliament and of the Council, setting up a union regime for the control of exports, brokering, technical assistance, transit and transfer of dual-use items. The primary purpose of export controls is not to block trade or exports, but to enable the free movement of legitimate goods while ensuring that certain sensitive categories are subject to appropriate regulation. These controls are designed to manage risk, uphold international peace and security, and to ensure Ireland's compliance with its international obligations. To date, in 2025, a total of 9 individual dual-use licences have been issued in respect of end users in Israel. 4 of these were issued in Q1 with a maximum value of $797,000. In Q2, 3 were issued with a maximum value of $93,000. To date, in Q3, 2 licences have been issued with a maximum value of $172,000. There has been 1 refusal to date in 2025 in respect of an end user in Israel, which was refused in Q1. The bulk of dual-use exports from Ireland, including those to Israel, are mainstream businesses, ICT products, both hardware and software, networking, data storage, cybersecurity. They are categorised as dual-use items as a consequence of the fact that they incorporate strong encryption for ICT security purposes. I'll leave it at that and I'll come back to you in the next piece.
And thank you for the good wishes. And just the dual-use goods has increased phenomenally, which might be good or bad depending on the oversight arrangements that we have. And so in 2023, the value of dual-use exports to Israel spiked to nearly 7 times what it was in the previous year. It came down slightly, but remained high in 24. The value of dual-use goods exported in 22 was 10.7 million. In 23, as I said, it was 70.4 million. And in 24, it was 64.3 million. On the figures you've given me, and I don't have the answer before me, there seems to be a significant reduction in that, which is welcome in a sense, and I will look at that carefully. And you've said that 1 was refused. Maybe you could clarify, I didn't quite catch it, on what basis it was refused, because in the previous, I'll come back, just the criteria, respect for human rights and international humanitarian law in the country. This is one of the criteria, and I'll come back to the others that was spelled out by the former Minister Coveney.
OK. I don't have the exact detail on the reasons it was refused, but I will look for clarity on that, Deputy Connolly, and furnish you with same as well. There is extensive engagement between my officials and exporters should any questions or concerns arise with any application for any destination, including Israel. If, after engagement, there are any outstanding concerns over the stated end use, the goods being exported will not be used for the end use or by the specified end user as detailed in the application, or if the exporter does not provide enough information on the intended end use for my officials to make an informed decision, the application for licence is denied. In applying export controls in a robust and transparent way, my department ensures the legitimate businesses' transactions by reputable Irish traders are not damaged in any way, while ensuring that the exports of controlled goods are thoroughly risk assessed in the context of ongoing conflicts, diversion of goods and humanitarian considerations.
I want to feed this, Minister, and I know you'll come back to me. But in 2023, our dual-use goods to Israel spiked 7 times, when, in my opinion, genocide was happening, and has continued to unfold before our eyes. Back in February 24, the then Minister Coveney said, Department of Trade and the Department of Foreign Affairs review all dual-use export licence applications against 8 assessments set out in the EU Council Common Position, and these include respect for human rights and international humanitarian law in the country of the final destination and the risk of internal repression. Certainly Israel doesn't comply with that. The internal situation in the country of final destination with respect to tensions or armed conflicts, risks posed to territory of neighbouring countries, and risk of diversion of these goods for undesirable uses. They are 4 of the 8 criteria laid down under the EU policy. So can you tell me more specifically who has carried out the analysis of the licences given in what you've given me, and where can I see that?
Okay, so just to reiterate the point, Deputy Connolly, I will ask the Department to furnish you in much greater detail, as I said, the refusal that I outlined there, and maybe the reasons around that in as much and as far as they can. In addition, my officials seek real-time geopolitical observations from the Department of Foreign Affairs in respect of all applications, and these views inform the final decision to grant or deny a licence. The assessment process is rigorous. The officials carry out a series of checks to ensure, insofar as they can, that the item to be exported will be used by the stated end user for the stated end purpose and will not be used or diverted for any other purpose. Ireland remains firmly committed to supporting open, free and responsible trade within a multilateral, rules-based international system, where ensuring that the global security and humanitarian concerns are not compromised. Strong export controls are essential to preventing the proliferation of weapons and of mass destruction, including regional security and stability, combating terrorism and protecting human rights.
Thanks very much. And that concludes this morning's session. And can we just take the opportunity to wish Deputy Connolly the very best luck in the next couple of weeks in your campaign. We wish you very, very well. Thank you.